Hello everyone, this is Joshua from Tuberniz. As a follow-up video from the previous episode where we talked about our ontological position in terms of our education philosophy, how we differ from other institutions, we are going to talk about our teaching methodology, how we are different in terms of the way we teach. So, how are we different? I'm going to talk about first why we never use conventional textbooks or the textbooks that's selling out there to teach grammar or to keep our students for fluency. In fact, there is no textbook for fluency, so that's one of the reasons. And secondly, I'll explain our very own method. Let's call it visualization method, where we use imagery and shapes to explain grammar rules or complex ideas. All right, so let's first start with why we don't use conventional textbooks and why we make our very own like this, and why why the pages are in fact empty except for the introduction size where we introduce our shapes, and why brief introduction to why I created such textbooks. This doesn't mean that we will never ever publish a written form of textbooks. In fact, we will do that when enough data has been collected. But for now, we are sticking to open textbook method not because we are lazy, but because I came to a conclusion that it is better to stay flexible and have students get our students be curious or make our students curious about what's coming next. Where students, most of them, are quite discouraged when they see the long list of the content. Of course, some parents will argue otherwise that, how else can you prepare for what's coming ahead? So yeah, if you want to prepare, you can prepare, but Tuberniz method is, if you are going to study, leave the planning to us, but do the revision. We don't believe in going first and seeing what's ahead on your own. No. Leave that to us. We are the storytellers. We will unfold the story when you're ready, in time, bit by bit, step by step, customized to your needs. But what you do have to do is to revise, to revision the things we teach. And that's mostly our students' homework or revision time, we call it here. Why do we never use conventional textbooks, especially for grammar? There are so many textbooks, but they have one thing in common, is that they always use this linguistic jargons or the difficult words to explain, in fact, a very simple concept. I'm talking about words like 명사, 동사, 주어, 형용사, and so on, representing 품사, you see? All these words, the moment you hear it, because all these words, in fact, derive from Chinese, it will get you, you'll be frustrated, you wouldn't get it. So, well, there you have it. Why our teaching methods are different. This was, again, very general idea. I didn't go into every little details, but you might be curious. Is this method really working? Is this really a groundbreaking method? I like to think so, because results are so far very positive. What I like to try and see is, can students adopt this approach later in life? Let's say high schoolers who has undergone the traditional method of teaching, and if they can still replace that mentality with the visualization method, I do believe that they can learn it quicker because their brain has developed that much. And see if this visualization method can apply for be a kind of a cure for high schoolers even. The reason why some of the high schoolers or the adult learners are struggling in English is that their foundation has been shaky. They didn't lay down a very firm foundation. So I do believe that this method, our method that we are presenting, can at least sort out the mess in their head or at least we can help them categorize and classify confusing bits into those simple shapes and build a very sound and solid foundation for them. And I can also help them with understanding a complex sentence structure And this will give them a firm understanding of English sentence structure, and this will really help. This will probably help for the exam type questions they'll be thrown at. So that remains to be seen. Hence, we are calling for high schoolers or the late middle schoolers to come and see us. We don't ask anything in return. We don't even have to pay the tuition fee. All I ask is to give us a chance to prove that we can truly help you. All right. Okay. Thanks for listening, and I will come back with another episode. Okay. Bye bye.